All right. You want to know what I really love doing? Recording an entire video and realizing that my microphone's not on. Not really. I don't like doing that, but oh well. I've told this story so many times that I was just telling myself it'll be easier if you just record a video on your own personal story so people already know and it's already recorded and people can watch it whenever they want and they don't have to ask you every time. Well, so what's your story about Empire Plus Q96? How does it affect you? Rather than have to tell that story over and over again, maybe if I make a video, then they'll have watched it and say, hey, I heard about your story. Do you think it'd help me? So, now that I've told it another time through a recording and then realized I had no audio, I'm going to tell it again. Alright, so anxiety runs high in my family. I feel like you guys have already heard this because I've said it so many times. Anxiety runs high in my family. When I say high, really, really high. And really strong. Not just like I'm feeling tense today. No. Like really high anxiety. I'm normally a happy person and I normally get along with people just fine. But anxiety issues used to be a big problem for me. Like a big problem. Now, I know it runs my family because my grandpa, he was a professional baseball player for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He pitched behind Sandy Koufax and was really, really good. He dealt with anxiety. I believe that he had anxiety because of the way of his actions. He dealt with it through alcoholism. Alcoholism was his release. It was a way for him to release that tension and that feeling, that tight feeling. I know it. I'm convinced that that is his reason for being an alcoholic. It destroyed his career. He ended up living on the streets in Salt Lake City. Now, my father's got high anxiety, and he can tell his own story about anxiety if you ask him. I have high anxiety, and I've dealt with it through multiple different things, one of which was Zoloft, an antidepressant anxiety medication for me, essentially. And I had that all through college. The Zoloft affected me in two ways, okay? Modern medicine is wonderful, wherein it helps a lot of people. So I will not say that you're a bad person if you believe in modern medicine. You're wild if too many people think that there is an either-or scenario in health. That it's my way or the highway. And I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all. There are multiple different things that help people through life, and if they hadn't helped people, there'd be no reason they're being successful. All right? Now, Zoloft took away the tension in my chest. It's an antidepressant. It's also called an SSRI. But the negative side effects that come along with it is it lowers, see, an SSRI is a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. I forgot what the first S is or second S, I don't know. But essentially, it affects your serotonin levels, where your dopamine levels are also affected. So when you affect serotonin, dopamine's affected as well. So when one goes up, the other goes down. And essentially, with your dopamine levels going down, you're no longer, your attachment is affected. Your sex drive and your romantic love is also affected. And I saw that, all three of those, in my life while I was taking Zoloft. But I did not care to engage in conversation with people. I was like a zombie. I didn't care. And that wasn't like me. Normally, I really like being around people. I like engaging in conversations. I like having fun. I like making people laugh. I like doing all those things. But I wasn't myself when I was on Zoloft, and I noticed that. And I didn't like it. So I tried to go off of Zoloft cold turkey. I was like, I don't need this, and throw it to the side. What happened? I got that tension back, and then my heart felt like it was fluttering. I had to have that. All of a sudden, I was addicted to this drug. I had to have it in order to survive. So I began taking it again. I thought, well, maybe I need to wean off. So I started taking a little bit less, a little bit less. Within like 3 days, I was like, no, I need the full dose. Well, that's crappy. With SSRIs, over time, your body gets used to it and it starts not working, so they have to up your dose. Or they prescribe another SSRI and another one and another one. And when you are no longer affected by these SSRIs, they go to another antidepressant, like Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin is just legalized heroin. What are we doing? And essentially, is there another way? And that's why I started taking Q96, because I found out there is another way. My brother-in-law came to me. He's an exercise physiologist in Alpine, Utah. Really highly sought after, well-respected guy named Mark Basel. He was introduced to this prior to me, and he said, hey, I've got this product. Maybe you should try it and see how it affects you. And I thought, well, okay, I'll try it. So I began taking Q96. They recommend 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. When I began taking it, within a month, I was off of my Zoloft. I had weaned off of my Zoloft, and I was only taking this, and I had no negative side effects. That tension didn't come back. That fluttering of my heart didn't come back. Because of this. That's what I attributed it to, because I didn't change anything else. I've taken this for 1.5 years now. And during that 1.5 years, I thought, well, I'm good. I'm healed. I mean, does this heal people? No, it doesn't. Won't heal your issues. This is a micronutrient formula designed for optimal brain function and essentially optimal physical health. That's what I'm going to say, because if you're deficient in a particular nutrient, this will fill that deficiency, and then your body will work properly. Each cell in our body requires certain nutrients to thrive and survive. If you do not give them those nutrients through a healthy diet and or supplementing, you're not going to function properly. You're going to be negatively affected. So I began taking this, and I've taken it for 1.5 years. I've got no negative side effects. I thought, hey, I'm going to throw this to the side. I don't really need it. And guess what? It doesn't heal you. That tension began coming back. And I thought, what the heck? I have a deficiency in nutrients. Evidently, my body, my physiology, is using a particular nutrient more than others. And it's causing my anxiety, my tension in my chest to be stronger than normal, than a normal person, right? It affects, when you take the micronutrient formula, it affects people in different ways. Some people, they're more clear. Some people are able to cope with things better. Some people, they're calmer. It affects me in all 3 of those. My children scream, and rather than me feeling like it's nails on a chalkboard and be like flipping a lid, I'm able to like, hey, let's not scream in the house, okay? So The thing about doing a video twice or 3 times or 4 times, you forget what you've said in this video compared to the other ones. But rather than continue on, I want to let you guys know that this has changed my life. Even saved me from myself. I say that a lot. Saved me from myself. I think it did. I love it. That's why I'm willing to stick my neck out for it. This is a month supply. And if you want to know how to purchase it, I've got another video. Go on www.qhappiness.com/videos and look up the one about how to purchase, how to buy, and I teach you how to go and get the product. It's pretty easy. You might as well try. Just a month. What do you have to lose, right? And it's changed me so much that I'm now promoting it. But I've got other videos about the stories. I've been working with the company for a month and a half, and I've already got stories just within my little tiny network of all sorts of people who have been positively affected with the Q96. It happens quick, like really fast. When you're deficient in a nutrient and you feed your body that nutrient, within the first 7 days, most people notice a difference. I think it's something like 80% of people notice a difference when taking this micronutrient formula. In the first 7 days, they notice that difference. It's pretty awesome. All right, I'm taking up too much time. If you want more information, go to the website qhappiness.com, and I'll talk to you later.